Hi, my name's Quynh, and we're gonna do Bedtime Yin with cats today. This is gonna be a 75-minute class to take in the evening to wind down. So welcome. For props, have pillows available. Any pillows you grab off your bed. If you got a yoga bolster, feel free to grab that. And then maybe a couple of blocks as well, maybe a blanket as well. All right. So make your way to lying down. So you're going to come lying down in the middle of your mat. And I don't have a mat. I'm just lying on a blanket. You don't even need a yoga mat for this one. And I'd like you to stack your hands, palm down, and your forehead over top of your palms, over top of the back of your hand. Allow yourself to land, to arrive. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Again, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. If you're feeling enough extension in the spine, you might stay here. Some of you might come a little bit higher. Maybe you're stacking one fist on top of one fist. Stack fist. This is another option. Or our first position is Sphinx position. So if you're setting up Sphinx, you're going to come up into your forearms. Forearms are parallel, and your elbows can be right underneath the shoulders. They might also go a little bit wide. So lots of options here. I'd like to take a block underneath my head. Reach back and grab my blocks. And you can also place a bolster or a pillow underneath your chest for a little bit more support. If you want more sensation, you can bend your knees. I'll demo with a block underneath my forehead. So the block could be at second elevation, or it can be at first elevation, or third, which is what I'm demoing here. Place your head on top of the block. Allow yourself to let go. The purpose of Yin Yoga is to pause, soften, and connect. Allow yourself to notice whatever is arising within you without judgment as you connect to your breath. You'll see me lifting my head up. Stay exactly as you are. Sometimes when I lift my head up, it's so that I'm able to talk to you. Otherwise, my voice might get muffled by the blocks, by my hair. But you're still in Sphinx position, or in stacked fists, or stacked hands. If you're new to Yin, what you'll notice is that we hold our shapes long, so at least 5 minutes, sometimes up to 10 minutes. Allow yourself to let go. The mantra is, if you're feeling it, you're doing it. Feeling it doesn't need to mean feeling it 100%, just something different than neutral. being present, being in your practice, being in your body means really acknowledging whatever it is that you're feeling. So notice what sensations arise, what emotions arise. Observe your thoughts. No getting stuck in one place, just allowing yourself to welcome in whatever is happening. You might notice that your mind wanders away, that it scours into the future or starts combing the past. You observe this. Drop into the breath. Breath drops in, turns warm in the belly. Warm breath drops out. And we repeat. As we move into the final minute of the pose, you have the option to stay here. You also have the option to lower down, stacked fists or stacked palms, or maybe you come out of the pose. Those who'd like to, we're going to move into seal position, so your hands go as wide as the mat. Your arms can be bent as much as you need and your shoulders are relaxed. Lift the chest up. How you know you found that sweet spot is that your shoulders are relaxed. The quality of your breath is long, deep, and even. One final breath here. Slowly lower yourself down. You can rest your forehead on your hands or on the floor. And then bend your knees at 90 degrees. Swish the shins side to side, windshield wiper knee. When you feel ready, let that subside, and then you're going to move into half frog position as the counter pose. So bend your left knee, gaze towards your left. So I'm doing this with bent leg. You're also welcome, if it feels good in your body, to straighten your left leg. And then switch sides. So bend your right knee, gaze towards your right, half frog. Your right leg behind you. Position yourself a little bit towards the right side of the mat. So if I had a mat, I'd be scooching a little bit towards the right. And then that's just to make sure that when you roll back, you're still on your mat. Take your left arm out at shoulder height. Place the palm down. Take your right hand to the right side. And then roll over onto your left side. Pause. So you can have the head on the floor. It might be more comfortable to have a little pillow underneath your head. So I'm going to position the pillow underneath my head. And this might be where you stay. If it feels like it's too much, then bend your knees. If it still feels like it's too much, then you might even grab a block or a pillow and then drape your leg over top of it, rolling more towards your belly. Now, if you want more, you're going to step your right foot behind you. And you're also going to wrap your right arm behind you, palm facing away from you, back of the hand touching your back. You can also change the depth of pose by angling this arm higher up, like I'm showing here, a little bit more sensation, or taking it down lower. I'll keep mine at 90 degrees. And then invite yourself into stillness. Allow yourself to soften. 3 principles of Yin Yoga are 1, coming to the pose to an appropriate depth. 2, resolving to be still. And 3, holding for time. So once you found your edge, once you feel that you're feeling enough, trust that it's enough, and allow yourself to let go, to soften. Even though physically we're still, each and every pose is very much alive and very much animated by the breath. Watch yourself breathe. Witness your experience. Final 30 seconds. Deepen your breath. When you feel ready, roll your weight back onto your belly. Releasing the arms out at your sides. You can take yourself into a simple belly shavasana, which just means that your arms are back, palms are up. That's option A. Head is turned in the opposite direction. Or you can set yourself up into shoulder hammock. And what that is your arms are still in this position. You're just slightly lifted. So I'll demo that option. Take your blocks. They could be at first elevation. They could be at second elevation. You might prop your forehead up onto a lower pillow, or I can just sit right on the mat. So I'll take a pillow for my forehead, take my arms back, and then invite yourself into stillness. And now we'll switch sides. So you'll shuffle yourself a little bit towards the left side of your mat. Take your right arm out at 90 degrees. You can adjust the height. Tent your left fingertips on the floor. Position your pillow right in the middle of the mat. And then roll towards your extended arm. So you've got options here. Really allow yourself to explore this side as a brand new position. So maybe you bend your knees. Maybe you keep your legs straight. If you want a little bit more support, you roll more towards the belly. Or perhaps you step your foot behind you, or you can wrap your left arm behind you, palm facing away from the body. And then invite yourself into stillness. To still the mind, the breath must be calm. To calm the breath, the body must be still. Commit to stillness and allow whatever arises to be just what it is. come to the mat to accomplish, but to feel. Observe what it is that you're feeling, without judgment, without attachment. Moving into the final 30 seconds, allow yourself to soften even more. Very gently roll onto your belly, and you're going to go back into your belly shavasana or shoulder hammock. So if I was doing belly shavasana, I turn my head in the other direction, palms facing up. I'm going to take shoulder hammock again, so placing a little pillow underneath my forehead, taking my blocks out so that my arms are supported, and taking the arms back. Many steps as you need to eventually make your way up to a seat. Maybe you're taking a few cat and cows. I'm going to choose to come into child's pose in between. I'll be moving into a few cat and cows. Choose what feels good in your body. And that might just be lying on your side. That might be taking a down dog. And eventually, set yourself up for our forward fold. So lots of options here. I'm going to be demoing butterfly pose. And what that is you have the soles of the feet together, you have your knees wide. But maybe you're going to choose to take your forward fold into caterpillar, which is your legs are straight. Maybe you're going to take your legs to straddle. You might also choose, if you've got a little bit of wall space here, maybe you're going to take legs up the wall, scoot yourself in, and position yourself against the wall. And again, butterfly or straddle could also be options. So I'll be moving with butterfly pose. You're going to take the soles of your feet in together. You're going to take your knees wide. And if it feels better for you, feel free to sit up on a pillow, a blanket, a chip foam block. And then notice where your outer thighs land. So for most people, blocks angled underneath, maybe even fully upright, maybe at their lowest elevation work. Now I do want to add that if you are super open, meaning if you have the soles of the feet together and the legs are fully on the floor, that's when you work the opposite. So you know your body, that's going to be not super common, but also not uncommon. We're all different. And so if you are working towards that, I just want to put in an option for those who are very mobile, that I like to take the soles of the feet together on top of a couple blocks, maybe just one block, and then to forward fold in this direction. Probably more common, blocks underneath the thighs. And then give yourself as many props as you need to forward fold. I'm going to make use of the pillows that I have and flop over top of the pillows. So you want to make sure that some part of your body makes contact with the prop. So that could be your forehead, that could be your belly, that could be your chest. Ease the body to get into the pose to get into the body. Serve what this physical shape, this asana, makes available to you, what it liberates in your body. you're newer to yin, sometimes in these longer holds, you might wonder, what am I supposed to be doing? And the answer is nothing. Allow yourself to do nothing. Take this opportunity to be. We're human beings, not human doings. It's strange because we're so used to always moving, always doing things. Breath drops in, turns warm in the belly. Warm breath drops out, and we repeat. We are entering the final 30 seconds. Deepen your breath. Press yourself upright, set your props aside, and then different options for counter poses depending on what position you were in. So because my legs were bent, I'm going to extend my legs. I'm just going to turn away to the side so you can see what's going on. If your legs were straight, then you're going to maybe bend the legs, often a seated cat and cow. So inhaling as you reach the heart up towards the ceiling. Exhaling as you round your spine. So you're welcome to take your cat and cow on all fours if that feels better for you. And then come back up to butterfly position. This is not our final shape. This is the segue into our hip opener. We're going to take one to each side. So lots of options here. Before I demo this shape, I want to also offer you something different. If you've got any knee concerns, if you know that forward folding is not going to feel amazing in your body, feel free to wedge yourself right up at the wall, and you can take thread the needle at the wall. Otherwise, move with me, and I'll be demoing deer as well as the option to move into swan. So I'm mirroring you. This is my right arm. This is my left arm. Lean towards your right. Take your left ankle outside your left hip. And this is the foundation for deer position. So depending on your body, this might be perfect. You might forward fold onto your pile of pillows, your bolster, your blocks. You might prefer to angle your legs out a little bit more. You might also enjoy swan. So swan is where you take your left leg and you extend that left leg behind you. Now for most people, if there's a little bit of a gap underneath the right hip, you might add a pillow or a block, and then you're going to forward fold. So I'll be sticking with deer, and even within deer, you've got lots of options. If you fold right in the center, medium sensation. Towards the right, a little bit softer. Towards the left, a little bit more sensation. So finding your appropriate amount of props, allow yourself to soften, to forward fold. Think of the poses less as a verb, less as something that's static, and more as, or less as a noun, more as a verb, meaning that it's ever changing, and every pose has a journey, every emotion has a journey, and you're not in control of what the results are. You're simply paying attention, you're allowing yourself to feel whatever it is you feel. You're cheering outside. It's 7 o'clock and we are cheering. I'm not cheering today, but outside the city's cheering for the healthcare workers when it's 7 p.m. cheering. Getting into the final 30 seconds. Allow yourself to soften even more. Very gently press yourself upright. Lean towards your right. Sweep your legs out and around. Place the soles of the feet as wide as the mat. And then give yourself a set of windshield wiper knees. That's where the knees switch side to side. Why I say feet as wide as the mat, so that it's less about the spine twisting and more about the hips. So you get your external rotation of the hips, you get your internal rotation of the hip. When you are ready, set up for the other side. So soles of the feet in together. Lean towards your left. Take your right ankle. Place that ankle outside the hip. And again, options. So thread the needle at the wall is one. So straightening your right leg behind you. If you're doing that, probably putting your left hip up on a block or a pillow. And then folding forward either in the center, to the left, or to the right. Mantra is if you're feeling it, you're doing it. So really explore what that Goldilocks position is for you. Not too hard, not too soft. Once you found that, allow yourself to melt, to let go. final 30 seconds. Slowly press yourself upright, lean towards the left, sweep your legs out and around for another set of windshield wiper knees. So what you can't actually see here, but I see it the whole time, I've got this big fluffy Maine Coon cat right at my feet. I don't think he's right in camera frame, but if he's still there at the end of class, I'll tilt the camera there so you can see him. He's curled up and practicing right in front of me. All right. So we're heading into the final 3 shapes of practice. And the reason why I'm telling you what they are is that you can decide they're not what you need today. Substitute other poses. So I'm going to offer a twist that's belly down. You're also welcome to take a twist that's on your back. If you're like, what's a twist on your back look like? This could be an example. This could be an example. Otherwise, I'm going to set up for the spinal twist, belly down. What I'd like to do for this is to ideally have a bolster. I don't have bolsters at home, so I'm going to grab myself a couple of pillows and then one bigger pillow. So I've got 3 pillows that will make my substitute bolster nice and comfortable to flop it on. So that's the front of my mat. I'm going to turn my knees towards the left side of the mat. Then I'm going to turn my torso back so I'm facing the front of my mat. So I'm turning forward. My legs are in one direction. My chest is in the other direction. So now lay yourself belly down over top of the bolster, over top of the pillows, and start with your head turned in the same direction as your knees. Gentle twist. So your knees can be stacked, they can be staggered. Once you feel yourself begin to soften, maybe you explore taking the head in the opposite direction, adding a twist into the neck, into the cervical spine. If that feels awkward, then turn your head back, gentle direction. Otherwise, stay there and invite yourself into stillness. Allow yourself to let go of any doing, to soften, to release, to still the mind. The breath must be calm. To calm the breath, the body must be still. Commit to stillness and allow whatever arises to be just what it is. as you lay here in stillness, notice if you're holding on anywhere, if you're still supporting yourself with your upper body, if you're clenching in the glutes and the jaw. Notice that the muscles around your eyes are engaged, and ask yourself to let that go. There's nothing you need to be doing. Breath drops in, turns warm in the belly, warm breath drops out, and we repeat. Into the final 30 seconds. Allow yourself to soften even more. If your head's turned away, turn it back to the same direction as the knees. And then keeping your pile of pillows, your bolster behind you, roll over onto your back. And you're in a gentle supported fish in between. Allow yourself to reset, to repose. This is your time to digest, to absorb, to feel whatever it is you feel. So it might be done in stillness, it might be done in movement, there's no rules. It's an opportunity to observe your body in the absence of the previous pose. When you are ready, you're going to roll over onto your left side, press yourself upright. So again, that's the front of my mat. My knees are now turned towards the right. And I'm going to turn my torso towards the front of the mat, lay myself belly over top of the bolster, over top of the pillows. Start with a gentle direction. So that means to start, my head's going to be turned away from you. might choose to stay there, but if it feels good, explore taking your head in the opposite direction. Without any assumptions, one side does not need to match up to the other. So choose what nourishes, and once you found that, invite yourself into stillness. Your only task is to breathe and to watch yourself breathe. Breath drops in, turns warm in the belly. Warm breath drops out, and we repeat. deepen your breath. Head's turned away from the knees. Turn your head back to the gentle direction. And then one final time, you're going to flip over into your back for supported fish. So lots of options here. This is a nice, gentle heart opener. You might find that you're comfortable as is. You can choose soles of the feet on the floor. You can choose butterfly legs. You might pop a couple blocks underneath your outer thighs. So we'll be here for a little while. If you're looking for other options, a couple different things that you can do. You can create a little bit more height by folding your pillow in two and layering them, or maybe you take a couple blocks. I'm going to show that to you as well. So I'm working with the pillows, essentially trying to do a at-home version of a bolster. You can lie back on top of my folded pillows and get a little bit more height. That's option A. Option B, maybe you're going to grab your blocks and then you're going to create a T shape with the blocks. One for the head, one in between the shoulder blades. This is second elevation, this is first elevation. So I'm going to demo at second elevation, but you find what works for your body. I'm placing one block underneath for my head. Then I'm placing the other block right in between the shoulder blades. And for ladies, where you decide to start that block is right at the base of the brow line. So placing that block in between the shoulder blades, lie back down. No blocks underneath the neck. One block underneath the head, either like straight butterfly or soles of the feet on the floor. And then make sure that you're comfortable. Ask yourself, is this too much? It feels like you're forcing something into your body. Choose something gentler for today. Find a position that allows your breath to be long, deep, and even. And once you found that, invite yourself into stillness. You don't come to the mat to accomplish, but to feel. yourself to receive in this open, vulnerable position. Heart forward, shoulders back, collarbones open. Notice how you feel. In our culture, is the disease of busyness, seen as a status symbol sometimes. It's about how many things you can do, what you can check off your list, what happens, and all of that is taken away from us. And right now, during this COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of us who have employment, occupation, titles, those have shifted, those have disappeared. So ask yourself, without the definition of what you do for a living, without the definition of your job, your duties, what is there? And depending on where you live in the world, for us in Canada, it's about 3 months into our time of isolation, our time of doing less. Being honest with yourself. How does that make you feel? Waking up, for some of us, the routine has not changed. For many of us, from really busy days to really listening to our bodies, to slowing things down. That's the invitation here. Give yourself time during the day, time in your yin practice, time in the form of meditation, to pause, to let go of doing, to tune into the body. The body doesn't lie, but often the ego, the mind, has ideas about what we need to be doing. So take that pressure off yourself. Allow yourself right now to do nothing, to not feel guilty about doing nothing. Reminding yourself that your only task for this class was to breathe and to watch yourself breathe. Breath drops in, turns warm in the belly. Warm breath drops out, and we repeat. over to one side. Clear your props up from underneath you. Give yourself whatever movement feels good in your body. So for me, I'm going to hug my knees in, rock side to side. Lots of options for your Shavasana. Kind of wish I'd brought a blanket close here. I'd get myself underneath the blanket. You can put pillows underneath your legs, over top of your body. You can take the legs up the wall. I'm going to set myself up for a traditional Shavasana. So feet at least as wide as the mat, palms up, shoulder blades underneath. I like to lift the head up and lay the head back so the middle of the head lands on the mat and the back of the neck is nice and long. And then trust that you've done the work. Allow yourself to let go, to bask in the bliss of your practice. Shavasana, quartz pose. Deepen your breath. Invite small movements into your body. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Roll your head to one side and then to the other. Reach your arms up long overhead. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And big exhale. Roll over into your favorite side. Eyes still closed. Take a moment to observe what you feel. When you are ready, press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Draw your hands to your heart. Bow your head into your hands. Acknowledge yourself for showing up, for taking this time to be with your breath, to be with your body. I'd also like to show you, I was telling you about my cat that I have here that's been in the foreground. Just going to angle down so that you're able to enjoy a little bit of cat bliss. So there we go. That is my cat Buddy, and he's been here the whole time. He's just been out of frame. So there we go. A little dose of Maine Coon cuteness to end your practice. Namaste.